In today's video, I'm going to show you how to get a Japan Rail Pass so that you can get around Japan on your trip here. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, Empathetic Wanderers. My name is Jeff, and on this channel I give you ways to deepen your travel experience here in Japan specifically, hopefully access otherwise inaccessible situations be that through language, be that through finding local spots. But one of the best ways that I feel like you can do that too is by just smoothing out the experience, getting a little bit of knowledge about how to get around. And one of the best kept secrets, or it's not really a secret anymore, but it's the Japan Rail Pass here in Japan. It is only for people that are on a tourist visa, so if you live here, or even if you're a foreigner that's living here, you can't use it. But it's basically this deal that you can pay for a certain amount of time to get this pass that allows you to get on any train for the JR lines, which allows you to get onto the Shinkansen. So a lot of people take, when they come to Japan, they go to Tokyo, Kyoto, and Osaka. The Shinkansen goes along all of those, and so basically you pay a lump sum of money in the beginning, and then you're able to get on any train, any bus, any form of public transportation, the Shinkansen included, which is super helpful. It's a little bit frustrating in the beginning because it's a couple $100 in the beginning, but if you do the math, it actually makes a lot of sense. So if you like content on Japan, if you like content on East Asia or languages, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Make sure to hit the notification bell so that you don't miss out on any of the content that I'm putting out every single week. And let's get to the video. So the first thing that you're going to want to do is go online and check out the different travel agencies that you can buy the Rail Pass for. You're going to need to buy the Rail Pass first when you're outside of the country, and then you'll go and pick it up once you arrive in Japan at any of the places called JR Travel Center. JR is the line that you use with this travel Rail Pass, and you'll just be able to pick it up super easily at these centers, but you will have to buy the pass before you arrive in Japan in order to get it. As you can see, the ordinary pass is about $270 for 7 days, and about $460 for 14 days, and about $600 for 21 days. So depending on how many times you use the Shinkansen, like I said, the Shinkansen is about $120 for each trip. So if you're using it a lot, then that definitely makes a lot of sense, and I would highly recommend it. There are a few agencies that you can use to buy the pass, but I have put in the three. I'll put it in the description below as well, that are easiest to navigate online to find these prices and all that. Once you have the pass and you're using it for just normal metros and stuff like the JR line in Tokyo, you'll just want to go through one of these information centers, show them the pass, and they will let you through without having to go through the turnstile. Any of the lines that are not covered under this, you'll have to buy your own ticket, get a Passmo card or a Suica card. Check out my video on metros if you have any trouble finding out how to buy those. but you can just ask any of the train personnel and they'll be able to tell you if the pass works for whatever you're using. Right, so as I mentioned, there is a pass here in Japan for people that are visiting here called the Japan Rail Pass. So the Japan Rail Pass is a pass that you can get when you pay a certain amount of money prior to coming to Japan, and it gives you access to unlimited use of the JR lines here in Japan. So there's a lot of different subway lines, metro lines, train lines, and stuff like that. So it doesn't give you access to everything, but it does give you access to the primary lines that people use as tourists here in Japan. And even if you have to take other ones, it's still fairly cost effective to use it because it's just, yeah. A lot of people want to take the Shinkansen, the high-speed rail, from Tokyo to Kyoto or Tokyo to Osaka or vice versa, and a lot of the times they need to come back. But I don't think a lot of people realize that the Shinkansen one way costs about $120 USD. So round trip, you're already looking at about $250 just to go to Kyoto and back. The Japan Rail Pass costs about that, and then on top of that, when you're in Kyoto, when you're in Osaka, when you're in Tokyo, you can use the Japan Rail Pass to get around on public transportation, like local public transportation. And that's usually between a one way, like a one ride on the metro in Japan is usually about maybe $1.50 to about $4 US per ride. So it adds up. So it definitely makes sense. But I just want to go into a little bit of the specifics on how you get the pass, where you go to get it, and yeah. This is the office that you'll go to when you are in Japan. So there's a couple offices that you can pick up the Japan Rail Pass from. This is the one that is located in Shinjuku. But you can also just get it at Narita or the airport that you are flying into. It's also super easy. Sometimes there's a line there because there's a lot of people, planes all come in kind of the same time. So a lot of people will be there at the same time, but everything is super efficient and super easy to do and super easy to get. And once you get it, you're able to just go on your way. So basically the way that it works is you pay for it and then you activate it, and you activate it for a certain amount of days. You've paid for a certain amount of days. So if you buy 14 days and you get there on the 21st of a month, but you don't want to activate it until the 23rd, you can wait until the 23rd, and then when you activate it, you'll have 14 days to use the Shinkansen, to use all relevant trains and metros that go with the pass, and it's for a set price. So obviously I think you can do a 30-day one that costs a lot more. You can do a 14-day one that costs a lot less, but it's still it's still a chunk of change in the beginning, but it really does make sense if you do the math. All right, so that is going to wrap up this video. I know that it was short, but I did just want to go into kind of the basics of how you get this pass, what you do with it, why it's useful, because it really does help. And I know that things are kind of stressful and crazy, especially when you're getting into a country that you might not speak the language. You may have never been to Asia. You may never have even been to Asia before, and so it's a little bit overwhelming. But I assure you, it is. There are plenty of people to help. There are plenty of people that want to help, and it is a fairly easy process once you figure it out. So if you like content like this, go ahead and hit that like button. Let me know in the comments below if you have used the Japan Rail Pass, if you found it useful, if there were other places that you wanted to go in Japan and where those were. If you like Japan content, if you like Korea content, East Asia content, language content, and the like, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Make sure to hit the notification bell so that you don't miss out on any of the content that I put out every single week. I really appreciate you watching. I hope this was helpful. Let's just keep being empathetic. Let's keep wandering. Let's keep spreading positivity. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I can't wait to see you in the next one. Bye. Good morning in Japanese is ohayo gozaimasu. Ohayo gozaimasu. So ohayo is actually good morning. Gozaimasu is a formal way to say that.